Reading for June 12th. Science of Mind, A Philosophy of Faith, A Way of Life by Ernest Holmes. Reading from page 464, paragraph 2, through page 466, paragraph 1, using inclusive language. No one gives to us but ourselves. And they fain would have filled their belly with the husks that the swine did eat, and no person gave unto them. How true this is! No one can give unto us but ourselves, and no one can rob us but ourselves. There are no gods to say us nay, for we are the life we live. In our greatest extremity, in the moment of great need and dire distress, who can help or serve us? All of our troubles come from an isolated sense of being. We alone can return to the parent's house. The question might be asked, where was spirit, and why did it not come to the rescue of its beloved child? Did it not care? Was it heedless about its child's welfare? Why did spirit allow such a thing to happen? There is only one answer to all questions of this nature. Spirit is always spirit, and people can always do as they please. They would not be an individual unless this were possible. The source is never conscious of incompletion. The parent's house is always open, the latch string ever hanging out, the door always ajar, but people must enter if they wish to abide within. Harmony can never become discord. The truth can never produce a lie. The divine can never be less than the divine. Could spirit enter into a field of strife, then it would not be spirit. The divine cannot enter the pig pen. We cannot contract the infinite, but we can expand the finite. And no person gave unto them. It is always thus. The Great Awakening. And when they came to themselves, they said, how many hired servants of my parents have bread enough, and to spare, and I perish with hunger? And when they came to themselves, this is the Great Awakening, the moment in which we now live. In this moment, we are asking this question of ourselves. Is there not plenty in the universe? Why do we want? In this divine awakening, there seems to be an inner witness who remembers that we came from a heavenly state. There seems to be an answer from that great within which says the parent's house is filled with peace, power, and plenty. The universe is not limited. It is abundant, lavish, extravagant. Nothing can be taken from nor added to it. Creation is the play of life upon itself. We know by intuition that there is something beyond what we have so far consciously experienced in this world. Poets have sung of it, and there are moments in the lives of all when the veil seems thin between, and we almost enter into the heavenly estate. This is the meaning of coming to one's self. We are still in the awakening state. We have not yet consciously entered the state of perfect wholeness. We know that such a state is a reality, and that we shall yet attain this reality. Nothing can dislodge this inner and intuitive perception of our own mentality. We know it as certainly as we know that we live. This is spirit in us knowing itself. We are awakening to the realization that the universe is perfect and complete. It gives. It is love. It is good, and wills only good to all alike. Self-condemnation. The prodigal said, I will rise and go to my parent, and will say unto them, Parent, I have sinned against heaven and before thee, and am no more worthy to be called thy child. Make me as one of thy hired servants. This represents a theological state of mind which is quite common to all of us, one of self-condemnation and personal distrust. It is morbid and detrimental to our welfare. The theological state of introspective morbidity, which might be classed as one of our worst mental diseases. Self-condemnation is always destructive and should never be indulged in by anyone. It is always a mistake. There is no question but that all of us have done that which is not for the best. From this viewpoint, all have been sinners because all have fallen short of the divine calling. If we have sinned, it is because we have been ignorant of our true nature and because experience was necessary to bring us to ourselves.